we've known each other a very long time, and I met you first when I was a young student. I was a big Pink Floyd fan. So I just wanted to talk to you really about some of those covers. Medal was the first one that I just stared at and stared at. In the Days of the Gatefold, it had this peculiar picture of water in an eardrum or something.
No, it's water over an ear, not an eardrum. And it was the ripples in the water that was supposed to reflect the acoustics of music going to the ear. But it was done while they were in Japan, so we have a feeling that we misheard them anyway. And that actually they probably meant to say piddle rather than medal. I don't know. A theme that to some extent we adopted with Atom Heart Mother was to be not spacey, psychedelic, atmospheric or anything else. It was actually supposed to be a sort of non-statement. It was like, how can we do a cover that isn't expected?
It was
and it worked
totally revolutionary in its time.
No, it worked brilliantly because it really was unexpected. So unexpected that the Floyd thought it was a hoot and decided that it was fine and made them laugh. The record company, on the other hand, did not feel the same and had apoplexy and a general fit of disease and breakdown and heart surgery because they could not understand it remotely. They kept saying, why a cow? Why? What's a cow to do with Pink Floyd? And all I did was say, I have no idea, you have to ask them. And they were furious with me and they said, you want a cow and no name of the band? You must be completely barking.
Well, I do recall when I became a rock and roll photographer that when I used to mention your name, that record companies used to just quake or just say, we can't, he's impossible.
Can't work with him.
No.
We did a picture for The Nice, which is a piece of land art of a desert with a line of balls stretching across the desert. And of course the record company thought this was excessive, especially when they said, where are you going to do it? We said Sahara, mostly because Per and I didn't know any other deserts. And they said, you can't do that. You can't go to Sahara. Yeah, why not? And so we did.
A key part of your work is to do things for real. It's whether it's hanging emo in the fridge or putting, I think you put him on telegraph poles.
We put Emo, who's a friend of ours, hanging upside down in a meat rack in a very large refrigerator which was full of dead cows. And it was an attempt in part to be a political statement about how we treat each other and how we treat cows. And it seemed kind of absurd not to do it for real.
But this is generally, I mean, the balls in the desert, we understand this is pre-Photoshop, but you've always, the beds on the beach were probably on the edge of Photoshop, but you put the beds on the beach. There's some sort of a performance artistry or an element of surprise perhaps, or just maybe the entertainment. What is it about doing things for real?
Mostly because it produces a better result. Secondly, it means that we get a lot of fun because we get to see it. And it is a lot of fun. The buzz, say, for Division Bell was extraordinary. I mean, the whole crew stood there and said, "Core fuck, that's incredible." When we did the bouncing balls for Cranberries, we shot it from the side to see them bouncing down the beach. And Rupert and I were so gargared by the event, we forgot to take a picture. So I turned around to Rupert and said, "Did you get that?" He said, "Get what?" I said, "Rupert, you're the photographer." He said, "No, I missed it. Do it again." But it was so mind-boggling that if we didn't do it as a performance, we wouldn't see it. So yes, it's a lot of fun. I don't work in a vacuum. I don't work like a fine artist. I'm not a painter in a garret. I work in the public arena, which I like. I work for Floyd fans. When I get a letter, which I did recently, after 25 years of studying Wish You Were Here, this man wrote to me and said, "I finally worked out what it all is." And I thought that was really sweet. Wrong, but sweet. What he said was he thought it was about the devil. Which is fine by me, open interpretation, intended ambiguity. People do ascribe meanings that I didn't intend.
Yes.
But I don't have a problem with this because I just want to get a reaction if I can. I deal with ideas and the ideas come usually from hard work. I mean, it's very boring, You'd like to be able to say that the inspiration came from somewhere really interesting and, you did some strange act or took some strange medication or, drugs, but you don't. I don't, anyway. Usually it's hard work. It's usually just you think. I like to focus and think. That's what I do. But I don't mind doing it, because I'm pretty sure, especially now, that there probably is an idea in there somewhere. I just got to go and find it. Lucky, really.